Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm bringing a special deck profile to you today. It's actually a Lost World Dino Kaiju deck. The channel's name is called CWDC. DC hasn't been featured on the channel yet. I definitely would like to get her on the channel, but I'm going to do the deck profile for her real quick because I think this deck's really awesome, and I've actually been winning a lot with it by using her deck. Alright, starting off with the main deck. We'll play 3 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. No explanation for this. It's a 3 of them in the deck because it's the best card in the deck. The second best card in the deck will be your Soul Eating Oviraptor. It's like a Foolish Burial and a Rhoda for the deck. You can send to the graveyard or add to your hand. Next, we have the 1 Miscellaneous Source. It's on the ban list at 1. Playing 1's great. Sometimes it comes in clutch, getting a baby on the field really quick. Giant Rex. I think 1 is perfect for this deck. The next one of is the Overtex. I think playing 2 is too bricky. When you draw this card, it really sucks. So playing the 1 I think is good enough for the deck. Next we'll play 2 babies. I think 3 is too many, but 2 is good enough. You see it when you need it, and then you can use its destruction effect when necessary. That way you can get a level 4 lower dinosaur type monster from your deck. Next is the Kaiju package. We have Kumongus, Godarla, and Dogaran. The Godarla is actually supposed to be a Gamma Seal. I just haven't got the secret rare version out of my binder yet to put into this deck. And then next is the hand traps. We have 2 Ash Blossom. I'm really excited for the reprint. I'll be able to add a 3rd Ash Blossom to this deck. And then we have 2 Effect Veiler. And then we have 3 Ghost Ogre. I know I'll probably get a lot of hate for the Ghost Ogres. I know it's not the greatest hand trap to use right now. I'd probably use this for Droll if you're looking at this deck profile. Probably 3 Droll, 2 Veiler, and 3 Ash. The person that uses this deck the most likes the Ghost Ogres the most, so it's their deck, so they can use what they want. Next, we're on to the spells. 2 Twin Twisters. This deck really dies to back row, so this is a necessary card in the deck. Next is your other searcher in the deck, which is Fossil Dig. No need for an explanation. You should play 3 of this card in this deck. Next is the Double Evolution Pill. This card is amazing. Sending Overtext to the graveyard and being able to add this to your hand is awesome. Plus, with all the hand traps in the deck, you're able to use this card pretty efficiently. That way your hand traps can be your non-dinosaur type monster. You could play 3. I think 2 is enough. A lot of people like playing the 3rd one, but I think just 2 is okay. Next is the Lost World package. You play the 3 Lost World, and then 2 Terraforming. The Terraforming was cut from 3 to 2 because a lot of opening hands, you don't want to see multiple Terraformings. This deck relies on an amazing opening hand. The weakness of the deck is it can't really use Pot of Desires. There's so many 1-ofs in the deck that it really hurts the deck if you banish your powerful cards. Next is all your 1-ofs in the deck. 1 Regeki, Upstart Goblin. Play this so that way it makes the deck a 39 card deck. Dark Hole, Slumber, 1 Gold Sarcophagus, which is your Giant Rex target. Foolish Burial for your Overtex. And then the last spell is Monster Reborn. This card's great. It's on the ban list at 1 right now, so it's just amazing to play. The Dark Hole and Regeki works great if you have Lost World on the field and your opponent has a token. Instead of the token being destroyed, you can destroy a baby from your deck. That way you can get Dino right to the field. Next is going to be the extra deck. First of all, to start off with the links, there's only 2 links in the deck, Underclock Taker and Mrs. Radiant. Really, Mrs. Radiant could be cut. I never really go into it. If anything, maybe Underclock Taker would be the most used link in the deck. Next will be the XYZs. And the XYZs is what is in the rest of the extra deck. So for the Utopia package, we have number 39, S39, Utopia Prime, and Utopia Lightning. I play the Prime because that way you get a chance to use Lightning's effect twice, because Utopia will already have 2 material attached to it that you can use, plus you can use these 2 as material, and then that way he can use his effect twice. It keeps it live more. Next is the one Sky Cavalry, I'm going to butcher the name, Centauria. It was played in the deck mainly when there was more level 2s used. This could easily be cut too. Next is the biggest part of the extra deck, is all the rank 4s. So here's Gaga Cowboy. It's mainly played right now for a meme because with the end of match procedures, you can just easily burn your opponent if you're in a tight situation and then win for game. Next is Diamond Direwolf, Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller works great against a lot of decks shutting down the graveyard. 1 Dolka and 2 Logia. These are probably the most XYs. You'll go into Logia and Dolka the most in this extra deck. And then next is Tornado Dragon. This goes along with the Twin Twisters. It's good to have some extra back row in case you play against those decks that you really need to have more destruction. And then Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. And the final XYZ is Castel. This is great to get rid of a problematic monster on the field. Alright, that wraps up the YouTube video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. This deck's a lot of fun. You can see it in the meta quite a bit, but I just think that this deck is kind of like ABC. It just stays in the meta, and it does really good against certain decks, and it can really be a good rogue deck that can take down some really powerful decks. Alright, well, I hope you like and subscribe, and have a great day.